Hello everybody, welcome back to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This is Mango Oblivion Plays, and today we're going to be getting ready for the Global Challenge 3, which takes place this weekend on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I've got a new team that I want to try out, and I think it's going to be pretty successful. So before we get started, we're just going to run through the team real fast so you guys can see what we're working with. So our team this time is going to be this one. So let's take a peek. We've got our Incineroar here. It's going to have safety goggles, and it's going to have Intimidate. It's going to be using U-Turn, Flare Blitz, Knockoff, and Fake Out. This is really here just for Fake Out pressure, and that's what we're utilizing it for. We have Amoonguss. Amoonguss is going to have the Rocky Helmet item, and it is going to be using Sludge Bomb, Rage Powder, Spore, and Pollen Puff. Amoonguss here is here to redirect attacks away from our buddy Kyogre, and also to use Spore and Pollen Puff. Really just there to help Kyogre out. Kyogre, of course, going to be great. This is our main attacker. He's going to have the Assault Vest item to boost his special defense. And then he's got 4 powerful attacks: Water Spout, Ice Beam, Origin Pulse, and Thunder. And we're going to be trying to hit as hard as we can with our buddy Kyogre here. We're bringing along a Grimmsnarl. It has Light Clay and the ability Prankster. And so we've got Thunder Wave, Spirit Break, Reflect, and Light Screen. This is another set-up Pokemon for Kyogre. So we can use Thunder Wave to slow people down. We can use Reflect and Light Screen to give ourselves a little bit extra boost on defense. We've got Tornadus here, who's going to be using the Covert Cloak. He is Rain Dance and Tailwind support, and he can also attack with Bleak Wind Storm, which is a very useful move. Taunt is there if we need to get rid of other people's Tailwind setters, or if we don't want people to use Trick Room, we can use Taunt to make it so they can't do that. And then finally, we're going to be using Wo-Chien. Wo-Chien is going to lower Pokemon's attack stat, which is really great because we're not really doing attacks, we're using special attacks. It's going to have Leftovers, and then it's going to have Protect, Ruination, which is going to make it easier for Kyogre to take knockouts, Snarl, which can lower special attack, and then Pollen Puff, once again, just so that we can use it to heal Kyogre. That's what Pollen Puff is here for. You can use it to heal our own Pokemon. So that is the team. We've got it on the left over here. And I think it's going to be very successful. I think in the past, we've focused on doing too many different things, or at least I have. So this time, we're really just going all in on using Kyogre as best as we can. And I think this is going to go relatively well. So we're going to do a couple ranked battles here to practice. I did a couple last night. I was won 2, lost 1. So I'm hoping I can win a couple more here as we practice. And then once we are done practicing, we'll register for the tournament. So thanks for stopping by. We're only going to be doing 2 days of battles on the channel this weekend. It's going to be my son's spring break, so we're going to be doing some traveling. I won't be around my setup. I will be battling probably the whole weekend, but I will only be recording parts of it. So you'll get to see some of it. You won't see all of it. That's okay. I guess it really depends on how it's going, right? Because oftentimes these tournaments don't go well for me, but I'm feeling very confident for this one. So let's see how we do. We've got Tony, our first challenger today, and he is using Origin Form Palkia as his Pokemon. So it looks like he's got some Trick Room support. He's got a Tailwind setter. Rillaboom's got a bunch of different things it can do. So I think what we're going to do is... I am afraid he's going to try to do Trick Room. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go with Adad, which is our Tornadus. And then we're also going to lead with a Grimmsnarl. And then we're going to come in with Waylon, our Kyogre. And then I was having more success with Amoonguss yesterday. But I do want to give my buddy Wo-Chien a try. I'm going to stick with Amoonguss. He's very bulky, very helpful. That's going to be our team going in here. So let's see if I call the prediction right. Are they going to be doing a Trick Room sort of thing? Or are they doing something else? Alright, Tony. His shiny Toxicroak in his picture. Let's see what he leads with. He's got Lapras and Ogre. Interesting. And I have Tornadus and Grimmsnarl. So we're going to go ahead, and there is no Trick Room here, so I feel confident putting the Tailwind up. And then I'm seeing a physical, and then I'm not sure what Lapras is going to do, so I'm going to go with... I'll just go with Thunder Wave on Ogerpon. I think that's a solid choice. He's going to switch Ogerpon out, which is fine. Let's see who he switches into. It's Palkia. Perfect, so we're going to get a Paralysis on Palkia. Palkia comes in, it exerts its pressure. We set up Tailwind, which is great. And then the Thunder Wave is going to set us up for a speed victory later. So pretty happy with that. Oh, Dragon Shield. I did not know Lapras knew Dragon Shield. So what's that boost? I can't remember. Palkia gets pumped. Oh, it does not tell me what it does. Okay. Well, we do have a speed advantage right now, so I think what I'm gonna do is taunt Lapras. I don't want him to use that move again. And I definitely have the ability to do some attacking, so I'm gonna hit just a Spirit Break into Palkia. Make sure he takes some damage. So he's gonna Terrasilize, probably Palkia. That makes the most sense. Yep. So he's now just Water type. That's fine. We've got a response for that with our Kyogre, so we're all good there. We're going to taunt Lapras, no more Dragon Cheer for you. Spirit Break's going to come in, not do as much damage as when it was a dragon, but just some damage. That's going to lower its special attack. And then Lapras is going to use Icy Wind, so we're going to try to lower our speed a little bit. That's okay. Palkia is going to use Surf. Lapras gets Water. Ah, I see what they're doing. Okay, that's very sneaky. How are we doing here? Ooh, okay. He hit both of us. He crit both of us. Wow, that's lucky. Okay. So I think we're going to be okay, though. We do have a speed advantage. So we're going to toss Kyogre in. We're going to toss in Amoonguss. And then we're going to have to get some work done here. So, here comes Kyogre. Here comes Amoonguss. Okay, it's starting to rain. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to Terrasilize. And it is raining, so we can always hit with Thunder. So we're going to hit Palkia real hard, real fast. And then the other thing we are going to do is we are going to use Rage Powder. Rage Powder is going to make it so that whatever attack they use, as long as it's not like a two attack, it's going to hit Amoonguss. So we're going to utilize that. We switch into Grass type, which does make us a little bit weaker to Ice Wind, but it's going to protect us in the long run. And then we're going to use that. We use Kyogre's Thunder. That does not kill Palkia. That is unfortunate. Icy Wind's going to hit us. Kyogre took it pretty well. He's pretty bulky. We got a critical hit on Amoonguss. He's getting a lot of crits. I wonder what item he's using then. Palkia's going to use Spatial Rend. We avoid that attack. That's great. And so now we can move on. We're going to go ahead and use the Thunder this time on Lapras. And then we are going to utilize Sludge Bomb here to take the KO on Palkia. Palkia is going to use Protect. Wants to stay in. That's fair. We'll use Thunder. We'll kill Lapras. We won't kill Lapras. Very bulky. He's got Icy Wind again. Lower our speed again. Okay, Sludge Bomb goes into the shield. Okay, our Tailwind has petered out. That is not great for us. We are going to use Water Spout, I think, just so that we can hit both Pokemon. And then we are going to Pollen Puff into Kyogre. Keep him as fully healed as possible. Okay, Lapras is now the fastest Pokemon on the field. That's not good. Palkia is using Flamethrower. Did not know it learned Flamethrower. Didn't get burned, though. Another critical hit. Okay, we Water Spout. Lapras has Water Absorb. Shoot. Okay, should have thought that through. We will get Palkia, though. Okay, so there goes their restricted Pokemon. Now we've just got to be very careful about how we go around the rest of them. Pollen Puff's going to do some healing. Kyogre goes back up to basically full. Now we have Rillaboom. Rillaboom is very bulky. Does set up Grass, which is going to help our Pokemon heal a little bit. We're going to do... who's the bigger threat right now? I think the biggest threat is Lapras, so we're going to double up into Lapras. We're going to try to take him out. Rillaboom will fake out, that's okay. Lapras with Icy Wind. Okay, only get Kyogre that time. That's good, we want Amoonguss to stay alive as long as possible. Kyogre flinches. Sludge Bomb goes into the Lapras, takes some damage. Hopefully we're within KO range then for a Thunder. So in that case, we're going to use Thunder on Lapras. I want to get rid of him. And then Rage Powder is not going to work on Rillaboom, unfortunately, but we could use Spore. So we're going to try to put Rillaboom to sleep. Rage Powder does not work on grass Pokemon. So we're going to utilize our different technique here to get him out of the picture. Looks like our buddy is thinking. Okay, Rillaboom is U-turning. That's going to let him fake out again. In comes the Ogre Pawn from before. There's Dragon Cheer. Yep, Lapras is down. Rillaboom is back in. Spore did not affect Ogerpon. The rain is over. We are running out of time, folks. He's going to be able to fake us out. I guess it all depends on who he gets. Okay, we are going to go with Ice Beam. That's the best choice here. We're going to go into Rillaboom. And then we are going to hope that Pollen Puff gets through and that we can heal. We are very slow right now. Fell right into their trap in that first battle in the first part of this battle with Lapras. Not really sure what Lapras was doing in that equation. So it was a very cool team, though. I do like how they utilized Lapras. Very underutilized Pokemon. Okay, Fega puts us at 35. I'm assuming Ivy Cudgel's going into Amoonguss, who takes it. Okay. Ooh, he survives the crit. Kyogre flinches. Holy Pollen Puff. And that puts us back into the yellow. Back into the green, even better. Okay, we are gonna, like I decided, we're gonna use Ice Beam here. And then, I'm not sure how this is gonna go, but I'm gonna use Sludge Bomb. See how they attack. Grassy Glide kills Amoonguss. So now we're just down to Kyogre. I'm not sure what attack Ogerpon is gonna utilize here. Probably potential. It's a water type attack, so it's not gonna do a ton. Ice Beam, however, is going to be fun. Gets us about to a third. I'm not sure how well we're going to hold on against two attacks, but we're going to do our best. We'll Ice Beam again. comes Ivy Cudgel. Okay, we're at 56. What's Rillaboom got? U-turn's gonna hurt. Got us. Alright, so we lost that one. We did hang on pretty well. But like I said, I think that first initial part where we were unsure what Lapras was doing was very, very unbeneficial to our win condition in that one. So good battle, Tony. That was a good one. Very cool team combination that I had not thought of. So nice. I do love it when an underutilized Pokemon gets used in a battle like that. And Lapras is awesome. When I tell my wife about it, she's going to be super pumped because she loves Lapras. But we're going to keep battling. We've got a little bit more practice I want to do. Waiting for that trainer to start. You could find someone. Come on. There we go. All right, our second trainer today is someone from Japan. Welcome. They're using Miraidon. Okay. That could be challenging. But I think we have the tools we need. So I'm gonna go with Grimmsnarl, Kyogre, Wither, Amoonguss. I think that's going to be a solid team there. Looks like my computer is freezing. Nope, we got it. We're good. Okay. Whew. All right, battle begins. And we got Iron Bundle and Tyranitar to start. Okay, so that was a great way for them to get our rain out of there. So to start off then, we are going to go with a Reflect. And we are going to switch out into Amoonguss. Something that's going to be able to take some attacks. Reflect is going up. That's going to make us stronger against Tyranitar's attacks. Freeze Dry would have really hurt Kyogre, but did a pretty solid job on it as well. That's another crit. Man, we're getting crit all day today. Not a fan of that. Okay, Grimmsnarl barely in there. I think we're just going to have to let him pass. So we're going to get a Thunder Wave off an Iron Bundle before that happens. And I think we need to do a Spore on Tyranitar. Just want to get that out of the way. So we got Iron Bundle paralyzed. Got Freeze Dry in to knock out Amoonguss, which isn't great. But we do have Wo-Chien. We brought Wo-Chien as backup. I think Wo-Chien is going to do well. Oh, they broke our shield too. And they're really setting us up for a big one. That's unfortunate. All right. Well, the rain's coming back in. That's good. And we got Wo-Chien in here. He's going to be our tag teamer. So Kyogre comes in, resets the weather. They're probably going to switch Tyranitar out so they can reset us again. If we can attack again. So we're going to Terrasilize. We are going to Water Spout. And then we're gonna do a Snarl. So if they do switch, we're gonna lower something special attack. Preferably Miraidon's. So we know that's sitting in the back somewhere. Okay, so there goes Tyranitar. We knew that was coming. In comes Miraidon. Okay, perfect. So the Snarl is going to hit him. Fork Drive activates, raises its speed. We Terrasilize. Grass type. Very strong defensive Terra for Kyogre, especially against Miraidon. Okay, Ice Beam into Wo-Chien does quite a bit of damage. Water Spout at full health there. Knocks out the Iron Bundle, which is perfect. Decent job on the Miraidon with decent damage. And then Snarl is going to lower that special attack, which is what we want. And then I'm assuming Tyranitar is coming from here. Yep, okay, so they're going to reset the weather. Bring it back to sand. We can't control that. What we can control is how we respond. So we're going to go with Origin Pulse here. And then we're going to drop a We're going to drop a Protect on Wo-Chien. I think they're going to try to get rid of him. So we're going to make sure that they can't. So there's the Protect. Looks like they're not going to Terrasilize. They have Overheat. I didn't know he could Overheat. That lowers his special attack even more. We'll hit the Origin Pulse. Someone avoids it. Kyogre avoids it. We got Brick Break into Protect. Perfect. Okay, we're doing all right. All right. Now, doesn't look like he's gonna Terrasilize, so we're gonna go with an Ice Beam here. And then we're going to Pollen Puff Kyogre. We want to get that health back. Overheat's going to do way less damage this time. So that's okay. Ice Beam's coming in for the KO. Now I've got Tyranitar and the Mystery 4th Pokemon. They have not Terrassilized yet. Wo-Chien does get the Pollen Puff off. So that keeps our attacker in form. Going up against the Stone Edge, which does a little bit of damage. That's fine. We'll keep Wo-Chien going here. We can Pollen Puff again based on what's coming in. We've got plenty of attacks that can hurt Tyranitar just fine. Who is our next friend? Iron Hands. Okay, so we got Iron Hands. It's got the booster energy, I assume. Oh, Electric Seed. Okay. Alright. We're going to switch to Origin Pulse. We are going to... I think we need to do the Pollen Puff here. We have a very slow set out right now, so if we can keep Kyogre healthy, we got this. Okay, they're going to Terrasilize. And they are choosing Tyranitar, which is going to Rock. Okay, perfect. Still weak to our Pokemon. Hi, sweetheart. Okay. Big hit, big hit. Oh, of course he avoided the attack. Ah, they got Kyogre. That's tough. I don't think Wo-Chien's going to be able to pull this off on its own, but we can certainly give it a go. Can't we, bud? Mm-hmm. Alright, so I guess we will... Protect's only just going to make the game last a little longer. We'll just use Snarl. And that's that. Okay. Maybe we could have done that a little differently. Maybe not a Rockrim Snarl. We could have gone with the speed choice. That might have been more beneficial. We're going to do one more practice match, and then we'll quickly register for the tournament. And tomorrow we'll have our first round of battles on the channel. Or, well, yeah, tomorrow. We'll have our first round of battles on the channel. So let's see if we can't notch a win here. We've been two very close matches, so I've been very happy with how they're going. Despite not winning. Would have liked to win, but we can't win them all. Alright, this person is from, I believe that's Korean lettering. Come on, computer, we can do this. There we go. Okay, so we've got Kyogre. So we got a Kyogre match. Here's what I think we're going to do. We're going to go all in real hard right away. I think that's going to be the play here. We'll bring Amoonguss. We'll bring Wither. Let's see how this goes. Can we win? Alright, so they lead with Fluttermane and Swanna. Swanna's very obviously there to do Tailwind support. We're going to try to shut that down. None of that nonsense. So we're going to use Taunt on Swanna. We're going to Terrastalize right away. And we're going to be using Water Spout. We're going to wash that spider out. In my battles yesterday, this strategy of being very aggressive very early with Kyogre was very successful. So let's see if we can't use it right now to get ahead of the game. Taunt on Swanna. Hopefully they were actually planning on using Tailwind. We get a Power Gem from Fluttermane, which does not knock out Tornadus. Water Spout comes in. Double KO. We're going for it, folks. This is going to be the win. This is going to be it. Tornadus is still standing, so we can still get off our little Tailwind speed boost before he exits. We've got Goldengo. And there, Kyogre. Alright. We're prepared, though. We are going to Tailwind, make sure that we're faster. We're going to Thunder right into Kyogre. It's not going to miss thanks to the rain. Let's see what they're tearing their Kyogre into. Is it Grass type? Is it Water type? It is Water type. They are toast. They are toast, Cameron. Cameron hopped in here. He's looking at what's going on. We got the Tailwind. We're faster. Here it comes. Drop the Thunder. Solid over 50% damage. Sheer Cold. Oh no! What? Ah, that's lame. Alright, they Sheer Colded us. They knocked Kyogre out with Sheer Cold. It's like a 50-50%, not even a 50-50% chance of it. And then they're going to make it rain to pick up the KO on Tornadus. So we're going to have to be really careful coming into this final bit here, now that it is 2-on-2. Kyogre is weak, and we do have a speed advantage, so we're going to utilize that as best we can. And we've got two very strong Pokemon with us, I think, so we're going to be okay. Amoonguss is very bulky. They're going to have a hard time knocking our friend out, unless, of course, they use that stupid sheer cold attack on us again. And then we've got our buddy Wo-Chien here, who is pretty good in its own right. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to just drop a Rage Powder. And then I think the best choice here is to just use Snarl. That's going to be super effective against Goldengo. It's also going to be... it's also going to lower their special attack. So that's good. We don't want them to hit very hard. Sheer Cold misses. That's good. Make it rain. Does minimal damage because their special attack's so low at this point. This is good. We've got him in the right position. Wo-Chien is very bulky. Alright, so we're going to take this chance. We know that we got them in the bag. We're going to go with a Snarl Sludge Bomb combo into Kyogre. We're just going to see if we can't knock it out. Snarl puts it in the red. Let's see how much Sludge Bomb does. Ooh, they are faster. They're going to Water Spout. We should take this pretty well. Oh yeah, we took like 3 damage. That is not the attack they should have been using with such low hit points. Because Water Spout, if you didn't know, gets weaker the lower hit points you have. And there we go, we took out Kyogre. They've just got Goldengo left. They're probably going to quit. If they don't quit, though, we can very easily whittle them down here with our 2 buddies here. So I think we're going to be just fine. Alright, so we're going to use... we'll just pop an Pollen Puff. It's not going to do much, but we'll do it. And we'll use Snarl. And we're just going to whittle them down. That was a lot of damage. Oh, we got a crit. Very good. Special attack's even lower now. It's probably a -6. Make it rain does nothing. Pollen Puff does a little bit of damage. Rain is over. That's okay. We don't need it anymore. Tailwind's over. That's fine too. We'll just keep attacking. We want to win this. We Snarl. They lose. That's a win. So maybe that's the way we need to go when we go into this thing. Maybe we just need to be really aggressive. That might be the way to victory. Thanks for watching these practice battles. We're going to register for the online competition really fast here. In case this is your first time, you don't know what to do. And then you can look forward to seeing our first slate of battles tomorrow. We'll be doing probably 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 battles tomorrow. See how many we can get in the actual competition. And when you want to register, you do want to... I'll back all the way out so you can see. You're going to go to the Poke Portal. You're going to go to Battle Stadium. You're going to head down to online competitions. Over on the side here, you'll see official competitions. You'll see it says accepting entries. You're going to hit search for a competition. This is the one we're doing, Global Challenge 3. We're going to hit enter. We're going to confirm we're entering in Masters. We have to agree to all the rules. Make sure we don't cheat. After that, we hit confirm. They can suspend your account. You can't go online anymore. We're gonna go with Team 2. That's the team that we utilized today. I think it's gonna be a good team. And now we're locked in and ready. So tomorrow we can do some battling. Thank you so much for joining us here. And this has been Mangoblivion Plays. We'll see you again very soon.